Okay, our first presenter for the evening, I'd like to welcome up Mr. James Franz with SWRT Solution.
Thank you. Well, thank you for that very warm welcome. Soil water retention technology. Never let a biophysicist name your company. We deal with sandy soils, so growers that are growing on sand. So some of the worst soil around the world. One of the challenges we have, you wouldn't believe it, from the spring is drought. So the rain events are fewer and farther between, and they're less and less predictable. So one of the things that we've been able to do, and this is commercializing technology off MSU's College of Ag and Natural Resources department, is put together a solution that allows us to go from 30 to 500% yield increases using 40% less water. So those are big numbers. When I joined it, I was very happy. We do this by installing 18, 24 inches beneath impermeable membranes that intercept 100% of vertical water flow, whether it's irrigation or rain, keep it in the root zone. We do that with a towed implement, much like a seeder or anything you'll pull behind a John Deere 7 or 8 series. It is patented. So when we looked at what our competition was in the field, we couldn't really find any. We have adjacent organizations. There's people big into irrigation, big into fertigation, people doing things with GMO, people actually grinding clay into their soil to try and help retain more water. But one of the things that we found is that we really don't have a direct competitor in this field. That was an ag pun field. I grew up in factories. I didn't grow up on the farm, so I've got to avoid the ag puns. I'm very sorry about that. So our market is around 120 million acres of sandy soil in the United States, and the UN estimates between 4 and 5 billion acres globally. Our model, we utilize company installers. Our sales and marketing department is hard at work building up our large backlog of acres to be installed in California, Arizona, Texas, and Michigan. So the company installers will generate revenue through a installation charge per acre. It's one and done. The Dow chemical polymer chemists say the membranes will live between 50 and 200 years because it's not exposed to sunlight. We're 18 and 24 inches deep. We're below tillage depth. You can go get it if you want to. One of our test plots was destroyed by the grower's son because he didn't know we installed the membrane. Did a deep rip, up it all came. We are also modeling sub-licensees who will give us a one-time production serial number fee. They will get a 5-year lease on the machine. We will not be selling machines. We will be getting a per acre fee from the installers. So we've got the installation fees, and we also have prescription irrigation. That's because once you install these membranes into your soil, it will never behave the same way again. So despite what your great-granddad taught you about how to manage your field, that all just changed as soon as our machines pull out of your driveway. We've been in California, as I said, Arizona, Texas, Michigan, go to market. We're going after the initial high-value, high-margin crops. For example, on a per-acre basis, California green peppers, this pays for itself in one crop. And California does 2 crops a year. We're hosting a conference in Lubbock, Texas in August. It's going to be a huge conference because everything's bigger in Texas. In Texas cotton, one of the family cotton growers has enough acreage to chew up our business plan for the next 3 years. So it's big, 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 big. The average farm size down there is in the thousands of acres, whereas here it's about 350. For the last 7 years, between money contributed by John Deere and others, it was about a $4 million raise. We executed a simple agreement for future equity. Last year, we were just awarded the Michigan Business Accelerator Fund High Tech Award. What we're looking for is to get 3 more machines into the field, 2 what we call full field and 1 orchard vineyard. That's why we're here today. Our team, our biophysicist, Dr. Alvin Smucker, myself, I grew up building Toyota factories. That's how I learned my business. Steve Law spent his life NRCS as a conservation officer, and Brian Levine is an expert in crop nutrition. We've had really good support from the farm credit people as well as from John Deere. Their GPS is plug and play. I won't bore you with numbers, but after 7 years of really hard work, we have achieved 1% of the U.S. sandy soil. Thank you for your time and attention. Yes, sir. We haven't looked into organic certification. It's basically the same material as a drain tile. Mm-hmm. Yes. We don't have any research data on strawberry and broccoli, but essentially what we're doing is reducing the irrigation water necessary to get the same yield. So it's either a water savings play, because California's got a water problem, or it's a yield play if you don't. Arizona just still flood irrigates. I don't know how that's still around, but they do. So it depends on how you want to play it. Water savings or yield, or both. Yep. I see you there, sir.
Sounds like this gating item is actually the machine. Could you explain how that affects your growth?
Our throttling is definitely our ability to build machines. Our demand right now from the growers we have take us into year 3 of production. So my background is all production engineering, so we're very focused on our ability to start building the machines in an achievable ramp.
You're building them yourself, or somebody else building them for you?
We have, right now, our engineering firm is building our first 2 years production as we ramp. But we will be producing those machines unless somebody can really give us a better deal.
Because normally in those capital intensive situations, whoever's making the machine for you, for planning, is the revenue from the gym.
Yeah, the nice thing about this machine is the technology required to build it, those were mastered in the 1950s. So that's what made it really attractive to me.
So that's essentially your secret sauce.
That's my background.
No, I mean in terms of your company.
The machine, yes. So we won't be selling them in dealerships. We won't be doing anything other than giving the grower or the franchise installers a 5-year lease on it, because in 5 years it's going to be a lot better, and then they get a new one. Yeah, sorry, I'm snowblind. Yes.
What are current revenues and what's the long-term exit strategy?
We are pre-rev right now. We've got about 20 sheets of paper with growers that are asking us when we're going to be on their fields. Right now we are upgrading. There's a number of safety issues that we're addressing and upgrading as it goes from a prototype to production ready. So those will be done this summer, and we expect to be in Michigan in potatoes and corn this fall. Over the winter, we've got California and Arizona. So right now we're pre-rev. Exit plan right now is just redemption of the initial purchase, the initial shares. There's quite a bit more work that we need and want to be able to do. So we're not looking to get it wobbly and then sell it to somebody. We're looking to give our investors a nice big return. I can see you.
Is this product able to be installed under existing crops, or is this on like under annual crops that they replant? So in other words, do you have a bare field to install the product, or can you install it in like established orchards or vineyards?
Yes, you can install it in established orchards and vineyards, but you disturb the soil for 24 inches down. So you're not going to go under a pre-existing and leave it untouched. You're going to know we're there. But we'll go right down the middle of the rows on the orchard and vineyards, and after a crop comes off or harvest or before they go in, we'll hit the field. Our test plots down on Michigan State's campus are overgrown with weeds and things we don't want there, and we just run up and down it all day long. I'm sure they appreciate it. The weeds grow really good over the top of these membranes, too. Yes, sir.
Does the farmer have
Nope, one pass and you're done. We disturb it, we install the membranes, it backfills, and we rake it and roll it smooth. 1 minute to go. Yes, sir. Our worst economics are, as you know, corn, beans, wheat rotation right now with 350 corn, et cetera. And the economics on that, according to MSU's ag economists, it's about a 5-year payback. And with our Dave Armstrong, the CEO of the Farm Credit, when he sat down and his people checked all the numbers and verified it, he said, I will loan on that all day long. I guess drain tile is a 13-year payback. 24 seconds. Shouldn't like the Jack Bauer music be going? Okay, well, I'll give you 28 seconds back.
Thank you.